We got a new poll out, Pew Research Center. It's over. Marijuana is going to be legal throughout the country. Now, look, this is not one of those overwhelming polls. It's not like don't cut Social Security or don't cut Medicare, which is incredibly popular and is going to get cut anyway. But for the first time, we have a solid majority, 52% to 45% saying legalize pot. But that's not all. I want to show you the chart from 1969 to now, and to give you a sense of how much this issue has changed. Back in 1969, only 12% supported legalizing marijuana. Now, that, as I just showed you, it's up at 52%. And as you look at that chart, well, if you can't see that trend, something's slightly wrong with you. And it's going to continue, and as we see that nothing went dangerously awry in Colorado and Washington, which legalized recreational marijuana, other states are going to go, oh yeah, this is silly. Part of the reason is, look at these numbers. How many people have used marijuana in the past year? 12%. So that's a pretty high number right there. 98% of those are on college campuses. No. No, it's everywhere, of course. Now, and have you used it at any point in your life? That's a really interesting number. That's nearly half the country. You see, what happened there was half the country used marijuana and did not turn into crack addicts. So all that scaremongering that they did, oh, marijuana, it's worse than heroin and cocaine, it's a classified top-tier drug, oh no, marijuana is a gateway. But half of Americans are sitting there going, wait a minute, I smoke marijuana, I'm totally fine. I'm not, you know, hooked on meth and heroin and all the other things, and my life didn't get destroyed. I ate one extra taco, I'm fine. So they realize that it's a lot of fear-mongering and it's nonsense. Now, as you get younger, the numbers get even bigger. People under 50, they support legalization at 54%. So growing and growing. Now, look, when you get younger, it's even bigger numbers. But look at that. That goes all the way up to the age of 50. You know why? Because a lot of the baby boomers tried it, and then beyond, they tried it as well, and they realized, again, it doesn't make your head explode. Now, here's an important number. Do you think it's morally wrong? Because it's been pounded into our head through this propaganda that it's somehow immoral to smoke marijuana, which makes no sense whatsoever. It's just made up, right? And in fact, if you care about the Bible says you should use all the plants and weeds and flowers, etc., given to you by God. Okay, is it morally wrong? Back in 2006, which isn't that long ago, 50% of the country still thought it was morally wrong. Today, it's only 32% and dropping. And so, of course, older people are more in that category, and they continue to depart us. So let's just keep it real. The numbers are in our favor. And finally, here's what's setting off a lot of people. The cost of federal law enforcement efforts, 72% say it is not worth it. It's too high a cost. So that's a lot of conservatives in that category too, saying, well, look, I might not like pot, but it's costing us a fortune to imprison all of these people for smoking pot, dealing pot, etc., etc. So as I look at this, I look at a wall, and you know what I see on it? Handwriting. The handwriting's on the wall. This thing's over, man. I'm calling it. And it's going to go much quicker than you realize. It's not going to be like one of those long, drawn-out battles. I mean, we already had that. Jesus, this has been going on for decades already, right? So, but now that we've passed the tipping point, I think one state after another will fall much quicker, and eventually, I don't know what the period of time is, but again, it's not decades more. Within a shorter period of time, we'll look up, I don't know if it's 4 years, 8 years, but you look up and go, oh wow, look at that. Man, that was quick. Pot's legal in the whole country. That's what's going to happen.